for you. And it was not being a hater or, and growing up, there are dresses that will do nothing for you. There are outfits that will do nothing for you. And that's the thing. That's not being a male-centered woman or whatever. That's being a good friend, and that's looking out for someone. I don't know why so you should lie to your friends and have them go down the tubes, especially other women or women younger than you. Watch them go down the tubes. Have some man walk them down the primrose path of destruction, and at least you didn't criticize. At least, I don't get that. But anyway, that's a different video. But sort of the same thing. I learned that when you're very tough with people, and again, I was being very tough with people because people were being very tough with me. And being very heavy-handed with people because people were being very heavy-handed with me. And I learned there is a time, just like the Bible says, there's a time for everything. There's a time to just sit there and not say anything. Even if it's stupid what you're hearing, even if you think it's dangerous what you're hearing, even if you disagree with what you're hearing, there's a time to just not say anything. There's a time to maybe put some words in and then be quiet after that. There's a time to say something, There's a time for everything. There's a balance to everything. That's what it means. You need balance. And it's not always, and especially when knowing my personality, I'll tend to just not say anything, especially if it's a topic that I'm very passionate about, because my passion will be seen by a lot of people as being mean or not being nice or yelling. And that's not what I'm trying to do. That's why I was talking about that poverty. There are a lot of people who I've met who are lower in income. And I ain't shit either. But I'm just saying, I understood why people who, if I had money, if I was making $100,000 a year or more, I would not ever deal with these people. I understood why people with money put fences around their shit and get their big house. And it's like, you have to, buzz into the gate. They have the whole, what I'm talking about? And why they keep their circles very small and they're very hard to get into. And why certain parents will say things to their children about who they're dating and seeing are maybe seen as controlling over that. Because when you have nothing to lose, you become a very dangerous person. And I've tried being very nice and very kind to people who didn't grow up the way that I grew up. Like, I didn't grow up where the lights got turned off or the power got turned off or we didn't have any heat or my parents had to pick between bills or we never grew up in an apartment. And this was anything about people who've like a 4-bedroom apartment. I'm not talking about that. You get what I'm saying. Like, the inner city, that's what I'm talking about. So, not nice apartments. Obviously, there's people who have penthouses. Like, that's just a very deluxe version of an apartment. You get what I'm saying. And I always tried, or people who just grew up poorer and country-y and if we're going to call people ghetto, and that's fine, I'll just say this. White trash. If we're going to call people ghetto, and that's okay, and to call out ghetto-ness, which we should, then white trashery. And a lifestyle I would never want to live. I would never want to live in the boonies somewhere with dirt roads, like the stuff country music. And I don't have problems with folk music or things of that ilk, or the violins or the fiddles or whatever they're doing. Like, I like that type of music. I don't like country music. It's the white man's rap music. And back roads, country roads, dirt roads, 4x4 trucks, and those tend to be the most unlikable people. They have an air of superiority for no reason at all. But it's the same with ghetto people, that they just think they the shit, and they'll be the dumb. Ghetto people, hood people will be the most stupid, most low IQ people in the room. Yet have the arrogance of, who was that guy? Stephen Hawking. There we go. Like that, you should see them as that. Or Tesla, the guy who invented because he didn't invent it, but found the current. And it's like, or there's some activist like Malcolm X or something. Like, you do nothing for me. You're not smart. You're not intelligent. You're stupid. And I don't know why you want me to see you in a light that I'm never going to see you in. And I don't want to live your life. I don't want to have 3 baby daddies and a bunch of kids and be poor for the rest of my life. I don't want that. Same with, and I'm going to school in a rural area. I'm just going to say it, and I don't care who, People who have children out of wedlock, I don't care if they stay together for the rest of their life. I don't care, and especially if they had the kids young, they never have any money. Because I'm finding the hood areas and the rural areas have a lot of similarities. Arrogant over nothing. Think they're superior to everybody. It amazes me that we were all told, especially by people who grew up very conservative, right? And I don't mean I mean politically. That's what I'm talking. That it's the liberal, hoity-toity, left-leaning, college professor, whoever. No, these people don't have a degree. And they think they is the shits. They can't be told nothing. They're going to tell you. And what's wrong with you? That especially when I went to trucking school. What's wrong with you? You don't know anything about a semi-engine? No, I've not had the need to know about a semi. They're the exact way that they would describe the I don't even know what, the gender study or let's go with something that's actually pertinent degree. Business study, I don't know, something in college, something like tech. Or computer science. There we go. No, I don't know about all this RAM and all this. I just know that in my computer I'm running out of it. And real talk, I'm running out of it. I need to get a hard drive. See, I don't know. And I grew up around academia, and they don't act like that really. My dad has a doctorate degree. He does not act like that. Granted, it's in music, but he still doesn't act like that. Were they classical music snobs? My parents, and yes, they were classical music snobs. That was the only good form of music is, but they didn't act superior to people. I don't think people who have these very strong opinions about people have never actually been around the people they have very strong opinions about or thoughts. I have never met a Bill Gates level of wealthy person, probably never will, but I don't think he goes around. Number one, he's probably never going to be in Walmart. Why would he be unless he's getting I don't know why he would be in Walmart. Maybe talk to the CEO of Walmart, but whatever. So why would he be there staring down his nose or Kim Kardashian or whatever? Why would they be near you with that type of money, actual types of money, staring down their nose and being I'm just, sitting there being the Regina George. And in that movie, Mean Girls, those were not poor children. They were not depicting impoverished, children. I can't remember the actress's name. And I know who she is, bless her heart. But the character who was the new girl in Mean Girls, she was not poor. She had stuff. She might not have had as much as Regina George, but she was not poor. All of those kids who went to that high school, growing up in the suburbs as I did, there's the rich high school. These are not poor people. They're not. Even the goths and the people who might be alt or not the preppy kids, they're not poor. And especially if you go look at some gothic clothing, that is not cheap. So nobody's staring down their nose at they're all in mostly the same economic bracket.